I mean, there's a chance of what we're doing, and especially my case alone, can become case law, helping people that want to stand in their sovereignty. Because, and I found out the other day through an insider, somebody that works for the court system, that they're literally shaking in their boots, hoping that I don't sue them, because they've broken the law so many times, in all that they've. I mean, I was getting arrested because I have a suspended license in another state, and then when I called the other state, they told me I don't have a suspended license, but they won't release anything. So I'm stuck in this weird loop where I can't get anything done. And so it's actually jeopardized the animals in my farm. It's jeopardized my family. It's jeopardized, not necessarily in that order. It's jeopardized a lot of things that I can't just go travel, you know. So there's that, and then, you know, this whole thing about these laws, there are no laws. They're acts and they're regulations and they're codes. And the mere fact that the usurper that is holding the place of what is called the president, which is actually the CEO of the Corporation of the United States, can sign a law, supposed law, which is actually just an act into being from France through an auto pen. Why aren't the Joint Chiefs of Staff arresting these SOBs?
No kidding. My question, I think we all
we were all asking that. Yeah, we were asking that yesterday. What the hell?
We need to put pressure on them.
Exactly. Absolutely, but they've done.
Is there a number? I haven't checked. And I'm actually opposed to. I don't know why I'm saying this. I should look at it myself. We should find the number. There's got to be a number we can call, emails we can make, or something. I mean, I know that doesn't do a whole lot of good, but I know that it helped get Adam Kokesh out of jail quicker when the people were actually calling before he got into the jail.
Right.
I just watched his video of his. As soon as he got released, they put him on RT.
Yeah, he'll be on the show on Thursday, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'll be here. Love that guy. He's got balls of clank.
The thing, Bear, about that is that's exactly why they'll want to pull the plug. That kind of information, it is viral instantaneously. And, I mean, within 5 minutes of him being slammed. Oh, yeah, a veteran. You know, they shoot up veterans. They body slam veterans for dancing, for crying out loud. Okay, so the wave, I'm thinking the wave, you know, Independence Day is coming up, July 4th. Maybe we should all just dance in Washington, D.C. on, you know, Independence Day. We should have an Independence Day dance in the streets of Washington, D.C. Love the American people.
They're having another dance-in at the memorial, the Jefferson Memorial, next Saturday, is what Adam said.
We should have them every Saturday, but particularly the whole country. We should just move as a wave. Independence Weekend, and just all of us, millions of us, just show up and dance. What
that
are
would
we going
be
to
beautiful.
do then?
John King, how are you at dancing? I would pay to see your toothless hick tuchus out there dancing like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sir, you give me a banjo and I can just shake my tuchus all night long. Do.
Yeah, I can see that. Squeal like a pig. Squeal like a pig. I know.
I mean, how ridiculous. I mean, I wonder in retrospect, looking at the videos, if they see how retarded they look doing this and doing it to veterans. I mean, come on, where's the outrage? Again, I have to ask, where's the outrage?
That's right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand that this is quite a new thing for a lot of people to come to grips with. Hello, life isn't exactly the way that we envision it and the way that our fathers and our grandfathers had it. And yes, I put a lot of blame on those previous generations for being asleep at the wheel for so long, as our country's just been driven into a ditch. But I mean, somebody's going to have to pick up the pieces and take responsibility here. And now we're faced with that. This generation, we're having to start to pay the bill for these prior generations. So now, what are we going to do about it?
Well, what is the legacy that we're leaving our children and our grandchildren? Why aren't we standing up so that they have a country that's free, clean water to drink and non-GMO foods to eat, and that they can have a healthy, productive life? Why are we leaving this mess to them as it is? How come we can't stand up and leave something better for them? And the other thing I want to say is the revolution. It already started. It's begun, and they started it. So
that's right.
Where's all where are our militias? Where's the republic that's been ranting and raving and bragging about the de jure government? When are they going to step up to the plate?
They're playing
what
airsoft.
What the hell are they waiting for?
They're playing airsoft. That's what they're doing.
Well, the thing is when you look at it from a big picture point of view, you have to hand it to these scumbag ass clowns. They're only for the fact that they're experts at mind control. And this isn't the mind control thing that's been going on for the last 5 years. This has been going on for the last 115, 120 years. And it's, like my grandpa, I used to get into arguments with him. He loved John Rockefeller. He loved the Rockefeller family. He was just, if I would say something bad about them, boy, there would be a fight. And I would ask him, I would show him all the things that they would do and had done to the people. And it's that whole mindset of making them like a royalty, that it's something that's been talk about the creep and the frog in the water, the frog in the boiling water, and that's what's happening. And at the same time, there's I watched a video this morning of this young boy, not young, he's probably a senior in high school, but he's dropped out of high school and now he's making videos showing how they're indoctrinating the kids through their schooling. I was incredibly impressed from this kid. There does seem to be an awakening, and with shows like this, I think all it's going to take is a nudge, to get people to start doing these things that have to be done, like Adam's doing, going in and dancing his ass off, if you can call what he was doing dancing, and he's the first one to admit it. But he was moving his body, and he was doing an action against this asinine. Yeah, the look in that cop's face when he was telling them they couldn't dance, you could tell he was nervous. He was
because it makes sense.
It must sound retarded just coming out of their damn mouths. Hello? God.
It does. It sounds absolutely stupid. Not to mention the fact they're making a scene in front of a whole body of students. So these police look like real jerks to them, all because a guy and his girlfriend wanted to have a little dance at the Jefferson Memorial. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
And apparently they had met there. That's really what that had something to do with it. They'd actually met there and fallen in love and all this stuff. And I mean, they're supposedly doing it so there wouldn't be a disturbance, and then they create such a disturbance. They have to close the thing down for an hour or something like that. And so
it wasn't a riot until the police arrived.
Right, and
so it's always a peaceful protest until the police get there, and then it goes to hell in a handbasket in short order.
Well, where the hell were the police when all
they show up and run it?
When they pulled the hoax started for the OBL thing, when they said they killed him and that the big hoax started. And they had all those flag wavers out there in front of the White House that they rounded up and had waving their flags and drinking their beer. I didn't see any cops there. Boy, if you go there saying that you want freedom and you want your rights back, boy, you're clubbed. You know, you're drop kicked and clubbed. But it sure seems funny that these things, you know, that these guys can go out there in the middle of the night and yell and scream. And there was cans of beer. You could see it in the video, and they weren't out there with the jackbooted thugs then.
No,
but
of course not.
I liked your idea, Gwen, about putting pressure, because everybody's talking about write your congressman or call your congressman and all that crap, which does nothing. What about putting a huge amount of pressure on these Joint Chiefs of Staff? These guys have the power to arrest these people. As far as I'm concerned, it was treason what was done with this Patriot Act thing, and this whole auto pen signing is just beyond me, because I know I couldn't call up a bank and say, hey, could you put a signature on my check for me? You know, I forgot to sign it. You know, that wouldn't work.
Do you notice, Bear, that we don't sign things anymore? Like you go to Burger King, right, and you swipe your card. You don't sign the slip anymore. You just get the slip. You know, it's all coming down to auto pen. John King, I want to get your thoughts on this.
Well, you know, I was just sitting here thinking, and you know, a lot of people have the idea that if we grab our guns and march out on the green and show a force, armed or unarmed or loaded or unloaded, the powers that be are going to get scared. That's what they want you to do. They want you to go out there with your cap guns so they can say, see, the right fringe is out there and we got to do something and ban those guns. No. 1 million people go out on the mall in Washington, D.C. with wooden ball bats and march up the Pennsylvania Avenue. What are they going to do, ban the trees?
Yeah.
They can't do it. That's right. That's right. John, you know, we got to give away one more membership before tonight. So why don't you spin that wheel one more time?
Surely, let us go. Round and round, where she stops, nobody knows.
And folks, just so you know, have something that's funded by the people that are awake and aware for that purpose. Go ahead, John.
Stevie, 65. You're the next winner for the Survivor Bay giveaway.
Hot diggity doggity, Steve. Woohoo! 5. John King will be getting with you shortly. So we got
congratulations, Stevie.
Yeah, congratulations, Steve. And anybody else wants to call in, the number to call is 646-727-3387. That's 646-727-3387. Chirp, chirp, chirp. I just want to see. Kind of funny. Hey, you remember how? Do you remember how John Moore was talking about? I think he was talking about a book he read on peak oil.
Right.
Right. Do you know that they found a huge new oil field down in Texas that is bigger than the Alaska? What the heck was it? It was the one. Yes, that's it. Right. It was bigger than that when it was discovered. Enough to increase the. This is the problem. It says, it's enough to increase the amount of barrels per day that we pump out and blah 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 blah. And John Moore came up with a good point. Of course, we have a very limited refining capacity, but even more so than that, there's no shortage of fuel right now. Yet we pay an exorbitant amount, and it has nothing to do with supply and demand. It has everything to do with the dollar and the fact that speculation has ramped it through the roof because the dollar sucks. So they're not putting the money in the dollar. They're putting it in commodities such as oil, such as food, and anything else that you can possibly imagine that would be of very high importance to you. So you want to know why and how and who to point the finger at when it comes to all this kind of stuff. It'd be those people in Washington. It'd be those people in New York. And rage needs to be there because it's not going to get